Local 3's coverage of college football media days, brought to you by Warren & Griffin, your local 5-star law firm.
Welcome back to Nashville. SEC Media Days, ripping and roaring on day 3. And we can confirm to you there was a goat sighting at the Grand Hyatt today. The Alabama Crimson Tide taking center stage, entering a very unique season in 2023. A lot of change and, dare I say, some intrigue, because the Crimson Tide have never missed the college football playoff in back-to-back seasons since the format began about 9 years ago now. Wow, it's actually been that much. Isn't that crazy? And what's on the line here in 2023 is exactly that. There's a trio battling it out for the QB1 position, a battle that hasn't taken place since Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa were in T-Town. They have a 31-year-old offensive coordinator in Tommy Rees, a familiar face in Kevin Steele back at defensive coordinator. Seriously, it really is intriguing, and head coach Nick Saban made it clear they're never a shoo-in for the title game now, guys. Let this team be the example.
This year, maybe we don't have those kind of impactful players at those critical positions, so it's very challenging to develop the team so that they can compete at a high level. We have some experience coming back on both sides of the ball, and we also have a lot of new young players who can contribute in a very positive way to our team.
For the better part of a decade plus, the SEC and the country, for that matter, has been trying to chase down Alabama. Dare I say we have a shift, because it's the Georgia Bulldogs who now have the target on their backs, now coming off consecutive natty titles. Many believe the Dogs are the kings of college football now, and at this moment, they are. You can't argue it, but it doesn't mean Bama is going anywhere.
I know our guys, we can compete with them, so just seeing them win just understands, I'm not disrespecting them at all. I think they deserve to win. They worked really hard, but I know our guys deserve to have that platform as well. And just seeing them take the stage and take the opportunity that we knew was up for grabs that we could have taken, just fuel to the fire.
I mean, I didn't watch it, but everybody has a freedom of speech, so.
Now, the Crimson Tide weren't the only ones in the house today. The Florida Gators were as well, most notably for us. Murray County High School grad Billy Napier, the head coach of the Gators, entering a pivotal year, too, down in Gainesville. We were able to catch up with him and talk a little bit more about his Murray County upbringing. His mom still lives in the same house down there in Chatsworth. His brother Kurt has obviously took over for Dad in the Indians program. But most importantly, he talked about how that place has shaped him into who he is today.
Very much a chip on your shoulder to some degree, and I think that my dad was a high school coach there. So I was connected with all people in that community and certainly benefited from it. So very proud of Kurt, and certainly, Mom obviously loves the place and still lives right there in the same house. So Chatsworth, Georgia is who I am, if that makes sense.
That's what sports are all about, guys. The people, the competition, the community. And speaking of community, we've been talking a lot about the SEC Media Days being in Tennessee for the first time ever. Well, hello. What about Big Orange? Q Thursday, guys. Tomorrow, the Vols take center stage, and we'll be here for it. Live in Nashville, Ben Bobick, Local 3 Sports.
You'll have a lot to talk about, Ben. Thank you.
It always makes it so much fun.